Everyone, happy Wednesday. It is currently 7:06. I got off a little bit at 5:37, I believe. I had a call that kind of ran over, but it wasn't bad though. So I hope everybody had a great day today. I hope if you went to work, I hope your day was okay and it wasn't too stressful or hectic. If you didn't go to work, then I hope you rested well and got some good food in your belly. My day was okay. It was not bad. I put my patch on this morning, my little biofreeze pad. And then I also have on my brace currently. Our Papa Bear came over today, and he went ahead and he took my twin for the night. I think it's supposed to be until like Friday, but I think he'll come back because some of her ostomy supplies came today. I don't know if I advised to y'all, but her wafer has been leaking a lot as of late. And so we've been dealing with it leaking sometimes twice, 3 times a day. She does have uncontrolled muscle spasms. She has 2 different types of cerebral palsy. Whereas if I myself had an ostomy, it probably wouldn't leak as much because we're not doing a lot of moving and grooving and doing the most, But she's different. So it's been leaking a lot here as of late. And so we've been trying to just like get extra supplies while we wait for her supplies to be delivered. So we've gotten some barrier strips, which I call them Moonies. We also got some different creams and things. I got some tea tree balm for her skin to kind of help with some of the itching, because I know that when your skin's trying to grow back, it itches and stuff, so we're going to try to use that. We also have other creams like the Mederma cream for scars, organic balm, powder, anything that you can think of, we got it. Neosporin, all of the different creams and things for her skin and stuff, just to kind of help it heal. We have the wraps. I call them wraps, but it's like ace bandages that you use for like wrapping like your arm, your body, whatever the case is, to hold the wafer to her skin, because she moves so much that it'll easily come off, slip off. She can pull it off, scratch it off, knock it off, pull the bag off, you name it, she can do it. So she's like Houdini. She's like Houdini. But he decided to take her for at least like a day or two, just to kind of give us a little bit of some rest. But I think he'll probably be back tomorrow, just because we only have, or at the time we only have like 1 ostomy bag to go on the wafer. But the box came today, so I let him know that, and he can definitely. We told him, you're probably gonna have to come back tomorrow to get it, and stuff like that. But hopefully, he won't have too much of a hard time with it. We were able to get through 1 night thus far without it leaking, so my fingers are crossed that it stays that way, because her skin is needing that break. And your girl is kind of, tuckered out from like the feces, but one day at a time. So it's just me currently at the house. And yeah, but my day was good. I saw, I don't know if you guys saw my previous video with me talking about Shane Dawson and his new pilot. He posted Instagram story, and he said that he just finished editing. They still have tons of other work to do with the pilot and stuff, the sound mixing stuff, all of that stuff, but he has officially finished editing. He said he'd been working on it since the 18th, so it took him just a little bit of, just shy of almost a month or so, about going on 2, just about, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of get everything together and all of that. So yeah. So I'm excited for it. I'm happy for him. Let me see what else is going on out here. that's really it. That's really all that I can think of for tonight. You know, we're getting through there, getting through the week. On my TikTok, if you guys don't know, I have a TikTok and an Instagram, but I typically try to post on my TikTok just to kind of grow my following and get more visibility. But I made me a video call appointment for my doctor tomorrow in reference to my back. Due to it being peak season, my company that I work for, PTO is very limited. So the only way that I could possibly take off is like if I use sick time, but I don't want to use my sick time just to take a whole day to go to the doctor. So I'd rather just do a video call and just let her know, you know, what I've been going through and see if she can give me some advice or some guidance on what to do to try to help with my back. Because, you know, now if she tells me, look, you know, you might need to come in so that we can thoroughly review and see what's going on, okay. But I want to try to see with the video call first because I want to try to utilize and manage, you know, my sick time properly because our peak time lasts up until like March or April before we can really start using our PTO like that. But during peak time, peak season, they don't want us using PTO like that. They want everybody on deck. And if you really have to be off, use your sick time. And I really don't want to have to do that right off rip of the year. So, but we'll see how that goes. That's going to be at like 8:05 in the morning. I get up at 7:45, so that gives me a little bit of time to kind of, you know, get myself together and talk to her. They have it set for like 20 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be that long. And yeah, so, but that's what I got planned for tomorrow. And of course, work as usual. If you guys would like, please comment, like, and subscribe. I have been trying to post some long form content, even if it's not that much going on. I typically just, you know, repost whatever I have on my TikTok on here, as well as to my Instagram, and all my socials will be down in the description below. But your girl is trying to make it to the road of 200 subscribers, y'all. 200 subscribers. So I'm trying to get there. I think last year was my first time actually putting in forth the effort and the drive to post and be a little bit more serious about social media and stuff like that. So, you know, your girl is trying. I made it to 194 subscribers thus far. So I'm on the road to 200. I'm trying to make realistic goals for myself. And once I reach that goal, then it's going to be on the road to 300. So if we can cross that threshold of 200, I'll be in there and, you know, keep on trucking and keep on doing what I'm doing. So what else is going on in the world? There was something I saw that Pooh Shiesty might have gotten locked up, and then I saw something that he didn't. It was just a weird rumor, and he's on house arrest. What else is going on? Sumaya got into it because Ak is saying that she's an escort. Sumaya's claiming she's not, and Ak was just trying to make a point saying that the mentality of today's younger women is the escort culture, where they have unrealistic expectations, and the only thing that they really, you know, put forth any effort or much of anything really into is having a man with, you know, a successful amount of money, being in a particular career path of a rapper, to go on trips to Turks and Caicos, and inviting the friend group over for a sleepover, because supposedly she's so cool. And, you know, they just want to let her stream in peace in Turks and Caicos. Yeah. But yeah, so there's that. Let me see. 6ix9ine turned himself in. I think it was last week. Yeah. But I hope everybody had a great day. I hope you rest well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe once again. I'm trying to be consistent on all my platforms. Typically, I just post whatever I post on TikTok on here and try to do a long form content as well. So, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeehaw!